Hello, students. Welcome to Easy Elimu Learning Simplified. I am your teacher, Mr. Stanley Ombogo. Dear students, before we start or proceed with this session that we are about to have, remember that in our previous video, that is of Ninema by Veronica Patha, we were able to look at the synopsis of the story, that is Ninema. And we were also able to look at some of the key or major events that we have in the story. So in the previous video, or rather in the previous analysis, we discussed or talked about the tough life of a market vendor. That is when we were looking at the synopsis of the story or of the passage, we looked at the tough life of a market vendor. That is what many many ladies you go through out there. That is when they are up going to look for going to try and make a living. So some of the things that they do is that they rise early or wake up early. Sometimes they have poor meals, lack of proper grooming. Sometimes they have difficulties in dealing with different customers. There is also the sexual harassment and sexual harassment, sorry, and immorality. And we also learned about, or we also mentioned the need to remain focused and principled, just just as Ninema is. So these are some of the thematic concerns that we have in the story Ninema. So some of the major issues that are raised by Veronica Patha in these passages, that number one, we have the theme of hard work and determination. So the writer emphasizes the importance of hard work, focus, and determination in an individual's life. Through the main character, that is Ninema, the benefits of the three traits are depicted. So Ninema's hard work is seen how she rises early, that is at 4 o'clock Monday morning. She goes to her garden to reap herbs. Her hard work in the garden has bore fruits, since her crops are described as being healthy. So her hardworking nature and focus is also seen on how she ably attends to the many wealthy customers who flock to her stall, especially during lunchtime. So even though the stall is busy and Ninema is quite busy, she ably attends to all customers and takes a personal interest, that is, while serving them. Now, apart from that is the theme of hard work, focus, and determination, there is also, the theme of societal barriers. So in the story, societal barriers are mentioned, that is, such as caste and gender, which play a role in the relationships and interactions depicted in the story. So the theme of societal barriers suggests that societal norms and expectations can create obstacles and challenges for individuals. So this is seen in Ninema's association with the Mr. Children. As much as Ninema dismisses the teasing of the ladies that Mr. Children is in love with her, she is also aware that a rich lawyer from from a Brahim caste cannot be interested in someone like her, that is a poor girl from a low caste. So Mr. Children himself knows it too, and thus the relationship can never go beyond early morning, herb buys, and he further understands that his mother will soon arrange a marriage for him. So most probably to a person from his caste. So Mr. Children is coming from a higher caste, but that is the Ninema. Ninema, who is the main character, is from a lower or a low caste. So that is something about the societal barriers. So on to the next issue that is also raised in this story. We have got the gender roles. So the story mentions traditional gender roles, such as the expectation that Mr. Chindran's wife will be responsible for buying herbs, and the assumption that a relationship between a man of higher caste and a woman of lower caste is unthinkable. So the theme, that is gender roles, suggests that traditional gender roles can shape relationships and create expectations for how individuals should behave and interact. So another interesting issue here is also raised, that is loyalty, the theme of loyalty. So the story mentions several characters who are loyal to Ninema, including Mr. Chindran, Mrs. Singh, then those are just but some of the characters who are loyal to the that is the market vendor, that is Ninema. So the theme also suggests that loyalty and the ability to form strong, lasting relationships is important. So this helps Ninema to have some potential buyers. So in her day in, day out, that is activities. So another thematic concern that is also brought or raised in the story is beauty. So the passage frequently refers to Ninema's physical appearance and how it is admired by others. So this theme suggests that beauty and physical attractiveness are valued in society and can have an impact on how an individual is perceived and treated. So that is something on the theme of beauty. So again, we can also talk about violence and aggression towards women. Violence and aggression towards women. So this thematic concern refers to the use of physical force or coercion against women in a way that is specifically targeted at them because of their gender. So the sexual assault on Ninema, as described in the passage, is an example of violence and aggression towards women. So this theme suggests that violence and aggression towards women is a serious issue that needs to be addressed and prevented. Remember the man who attacks Ninema and pinches her erect nipples and even ask her to follow after he sexually assaults her. But we all know how Ninema was able to fight back. So there is also this thematic concern that is also raised in the story, that is moral decadence. So this issue or this theme refers to a decline in moral standards or values within a society. So depending on the context and the specific actions of the assailant, the sexual assault on Ninema could be seen as reflecting a decline in moral standards or a lack of respect for the rights and autonomy of others. So in this way, the sexual assault could be interpreted as contributing to the theme of moral decadence that is within the passage. So there is also another thematic concern that is closely related to the one that we've just mentioned, that is moral decadence. So it is the theme of that is sexual assault or harassment. So in the story, the writer points out the sexual harassment faced by many women in the society. So the encounter between Ninema and the stranger on her way home shows how women suffer sexual abuse even in public places. So the man approaching Ninema grins. He grins at her before extending his arm to pinch her erect nipple. As if this is not enough, he extends an invitation to Ninema by saying that if you liked that, follow me. So this episode satirizes men who assume women are sex objects to be mishandled. So remember that Ninema's reaction to the abuse was one that was not, expected. It was least expected. So the man is shocked when Ninema follows him and hits him repeatedly with a champal. She gives him a few extra hits on behalf of all the women. So this shows that many women have been victims of sexual abuse but end up not fighting back. So Ninema thus portrays a courageous personality as she fights for herself and even for the helpless women who had been or would be victims of such abuse. So that marks the end of the session. Until next time. Once again, I'm your teacher, Mr. Stanley Ombogo. Bye.